Yeah, I'm making another video. You know why I'm making another video? Because everybody's on that shh. Everybody's waiting for what Manny's gonna do. So I'm making a second video to this. That's right. I'm putting 2 videos out for this. So yeah, back to Mayweather. Why is he doing it? I mean, you say he's not broke. You say he's not broke. So what is it that he wants to do? Well, he wants to box still. He still want to be in the game, but not really be in the game and just be no risk Mayweather. Not money, because if he was money, he would take this fight with Manny Pacquiao. Listen, these two icons could make money again. Maybe it won't be as much as the first one, but it'll be more than Logan Paul, Ryan Garcia, 50 Cent, McGregor, all this shit. All this shit. These two kings right here need to come together. They need to come together right now and get it over with. Okay? We got Holyfield and Mike Tyson at what age doing this? And that's what I like about Mike Tyson, my Brooklyn brother. My Brooklyn brother, born and raised, home of the brave, putting in that work like a slave. That's what I love about my boy Mike Tyson. Because this shit is spinal and this shit is real. This shit is real. He said, yo, why you making a mockery of the sport? Why you making a mockery of the sport? Yo, if you're going to fight somebody that's a boxer. Yeah, fight Broner. At least fight Broner. You don't want to fight 50 Cent. You're going to fight Logan. Fight a boxer, man. At least fight a boxer, man. This shit is a disgrace. Yeah, but at the same time, he's setting trends. He's setting trends in this era. That's it. So the only problem with me and Manny Pacquiao that I got is this. Listen, Manny Pacquiao, this is all you have to do. All you have to do is unify. But now you ain't got no belt. But that doesn't mean nothing, because if you don't got a belt and you beat Crawford, and you got a belt, well, in the record books, it would say that you're not unified. But we the people know that you would have been unified. We the people would have known that you beat Thurman for a belt and then you beat Crawford. So people say, he lost the belt, he should fight Ugas. And I say, well, if I lost my belt unfairly, if I feel I'm unfair, because like I said, Keith Thurman, he hold that belt and he was out for a long time, right? There's other fighters in boxing that hold the belt and didn't fight for more than a certain amount of time and they still got their belt. Do your research, all right? So when it comes down to Mike Tyson saying, yo, man, what you coming back for? Yo, what are you coming back for? And I keep saying it's delusion. Because if it's 2021, if it's 2022, as long as he raises his hands in victory, that's all you want to remember. And the only thing you want to repeat is he's the best ever. That's it. He's the best ever. And he needs that. He needs that. You know why? Because Manny Pacquiao's still in the game. And it's tearing him apart that Manny is doing what he's supposed to do, fighting boxers. At the same time, he's getting criticized fighting boxers and not fighting who you want him to fight, such as myself. I want him to fight Spence. I want him to fight Crawford. There's only 2 fighters I want him to fight. But he did fight Keith. He fought Batiste. He fought Chris Algieri. He fought Broner. He fought a whole bunch of boxers after the Mayweather fight. Right? Can you give him that credit? And what did Mayweather do? He got a 50 fighting a MMA fighter with a 0 boxing record. Cheesecake, nigga. Cheesecake. That's what he did. So everybody's on Manny Pacquiao case. I get kind of frustrated because the way I see it, Manny Pacquiao, at first I didn't want you to fight Mikey, but now I'm like, shit, fight Mikey. But he's not even going to Mikey. He's going straight to a Crawford. Negotiations with Crawford. Right? So he didn't even want the Mikey fight. Even though I still think he'll make money with the Mikey Garcia fight. Even though one time I was like, damn, when are you going to do that fight? But I said to myself, hypothetically, I like to talk hypothetically. You know why I like to talk hypothetically? Because in reality, you think shit's going to happen and it don't happen. So what is it, the difference? Reality and hypothetical thinking. What's the difference? So in my mind, I'm like, yo, wouldn't that be great if the touch-up to get wet to fight Mikey Garcia, and then he beats Mikey Garcia in a great fashion? bust him down in great fashion. And then he's in that ring, and the man asks him who you want to fight next, and he said, "Oh, I want to fight Crawford. Or I want to fight Errol Spence." Look at this shit. I lit this shit on the wrong side. That's all right. I'm so hyped and shit, yo. I haven't talked to y'all for a while. I've been waiting and waiting, contemplating and just listening and waiting. But everybody been shh. Everybody been shh. Because everybody's quiet now. Everybody's quiet now. So what's Crawford gonna do? And this thing about mandatory. Do mandatory mean really mandatory? Because if Crawford wants to fight Manny Pacquiao ain't got a belt, and that happens, well, what happened to the mandatory with Sean Porter? What happened to that? I thought, well, you know what? Manny Pacquiao don't got a belt. Okay? I can understand Manny Pacquiao had a belt. That over Trump's mandatory, but Manny Pacquiao ain't got a belt. So still, it's his choice that he picks Manny Pacquiao over his mandatory. Yeah? And Bob Arum so-called is lowballing all these fighters, but I'm saying to Sean Porter, which I love him. He fought everybody. I got no disrespect to him. But if you're getting 1 million, you're not worth 1 million. Okay, you're not. I understand that. But if you know you could beat Crawford, sometimes you take that chance. Get that belt, yo. Just like Mayweather did with Oscar. Hold up now. But this generation ain't built like that no more. They ain't built that way no more. They ain't built like that no more. So all I'm gonna say is that whatever happens with Manny happens with Manny. Manny ain't got no belt. You can't say shit about who Manny gonna fight. He's not a risk. He's not a threat to the welterweight division and the champions. He's not a threat to them. Whoever he picks, he picks. But if they pick Manny, then they brought him back into this situation. And if Manny beats Crawford, I know everybody out there is saying Crawford is going to beat Manny 100%. But we're going to see when that fist hit his face. We definitely going to see. Because that's like Mike Tyson said, once you get punched in the mouth, everything fucking changes. Okay? What you have planned, well, you're in defense mode now. And that's another thing about defense mode. Spence. Now I'm talking about Spence. How many Pacquiao going to beat Spence? Now, like I said, I'm trying to put everything out right now because there's going to be another chapter when we hear what's going on with Manny Pacquiao. So I'm trying to put everything out now. Now, Spence, how would Manny Pacquiao beat Spence? Easy work, man. Easy work. What happens when Spence he gets in a defensive shell, right? Defensive shell when he can't shoot his gift. When he can't shoot his gift and somebody's shooting that gift to him, he gets in that defensive mode. You can't do that with Manny, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I was trying to hold this in. You know what's going to happen? That what all the boxers do at the end of the day, it's like a hypnotic stage. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to see how I'm talking about. Let's say you're sitting in the living room. Get up. Go to the fridge. You need ketchup. You need some ketchup for your food, right? For your hamburger that your better half made, okay? You're like, oh, damn, I need some ketchup. So you get up and get the ketchup. You're looking for the ketchup. On the door, the ketchup is there, but you don't see it. You know why you don't see it? Because you told your mind more than twice that you can't see the ketchup. Now, the first time, you was lazy and you wasn't focused. You wasn't focused enough. So what happens is you're looking and you say, yo, baby, where's the ketchup? I can't find the ketchup. And she says right there on the door. So you said about 3 or 4 times, I can't get the ketchup. I can't find the ketchup. This all happens to us all the time. Okay? Where's the ketchup? Then your better half comes, opens the fridge, and the same place you're looking at the door where the ketchup is supposed to be, she grabs it and says, here's the ketchup, dumbass. It's right there. It's right there. Didn't you see it? Well, of course not. You know why? Because you told yourself so many times that you didn't see the ketchup that your eyes couldn't catch up from not seeing the ketchup. Your eyes couldn't catch up with your brain. You understand what I'm saying? You already put that negative response. So when I'm going back to Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, is that what's going to happen with that shell and going in that shell with Manny Pacquiao? And if you keep doing that, bro, you know this word punch shy, gun shy? This is what happens to most of Manny Pacquiao opponents. They scared to put the work out because they scared if they put it out, they're gonna get hit. If they don't put it out, they might be safer. You see what I'm saying? And that's what your mind gonna tell you. So, boy, if you don't stop that bullshit and shelling up and going back and shit, and because I seen it with Danny Garcia. And that's what pissed me off with Danny Garcia. At the last 30 seconds of that fight, what did Danny Garcia did? At the last 30 seconds of the round, the 12th round, he went in on Spence. And I'm like, boy, why you ain't do this in the first round? Why you ain't do this in the second, third round? All of a sudden now you hear the bell about to ring, and now you reaching to win something that you already lost on the scorecard. And all you had to do was fight like that, at least some rounds, to make it look like you doing something. But the last 30 seconds, you go back and watch the Danny and the Errol Spence fight. 30 seconds of the fight, 20 seconds of the fight. Yo, I see so many loopholes in Spence shit. It's unbelievable. Okay? It's unbelievable. But I could go back and forth with you on it. But you're going to always win because, hey, that's your opponent. That's who you're rooting for. So you're always going to get back at me. So let me get back to this dude, right? Talking about these comments. He came to me with these comments talking about, oh, Bob Arum is a liar. So yeah, he did say he blocked the fight with Crawford, right? But the only reason why he blocked the fight with Crawford, see how you fucked up right there? Because he's giving me a reason about blocking the fight, is because he was worried about Manny. So I said, all right, give me this. Okay. So 1 minute he's a liar, and 1 minute he's truth with that section about him worried about Manny's health, right? But the whole purpose is not the emotional state. It's the part that he blocked the fight. And I put in the comments, I said, listen, what if me and you had an argument, right? What if me and you had an argument? And I said, yo, I'm going to hit you with my car. Now, everybody's around. They hear me. They hear me say, I'm going to hit you with my car. If I ever see you on the street, I'm going to bulldoze you with my car, right? Everybody hears me. All right, next day come around. You get hit by a car. Hit and run. No one knows who hit your ass. Wouldn't you have this assumption? That's what we're going to call now. Assumption that it was me that hit you. You don't know who hit. Now, I didn't hit you. But you got hit by a car, didn't you? Right? And guess what? You got witnesses. What's the same fucking thing when Bob Arum gets on the fucking video and say, yeah, I'll block the fight. Regardless of what the reason why he did, doesn't fucking give a 2 cents why he did it. That's Bob Arum emotional status. That's not Manny Pacquiao status. Manny Pacquiao's willing to fight Bud Crawford. And the truth is right here. That he's going to fight him. He's in negotiations to fight Crawford right now. So who was a liar in the past? And who blocked the fight? Regardless of the emotional status with Bob Arum. Oh, Bob Arum don't got no emotional status now. He don't got no emotional status about he's so worried about Manny Pacquiao health now. Yeah, he ain't worried about that. You know why? Because he want that money. He want that money. He's the only cash cow. Yeah, you could say that Spence is the face of boxing and he did more than Canelo and he did this and he did that. Fine. Hey, if you believe that, and I believe that, because the numbers don't lie. But once the real cash cow come in, because there's only 2 cash cows at boxing right now. Only 2. And that's Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Regardless if you like it or not. I ain't trying to change your mind. I'm just trying to open your mind so you can figure this shit out on your own. Because once you're ignorant, you stay ignorant. You stay ignorant. So if Manny Pacquiao is in negotiations, if he's in negotiations with Bud Crawford, well, and then you hear Bob Arum block the fight in the past, shit's not adding up. I mean, you are smart, right? Shit ain't adding up. He was so you're talking about Manny Pacquiao was ducker in the past, and now in the future, he wants to fight with Crawford. And Mayweather, he's fighting for what reason? What's the reason Mayweather's fighting right now? I have a reason for Manny Pacquiao. He's fighting because he said he wants to donate some money to his country in a Ryan Garcia fight, a McGregor fight, whatever. But if he can't get those things, I'm happy. Matter of fact, I'm so happy that he lost the belt. I'm just being honest because you know why? In my heart, I feel Manny Pacquiao could get the belt back. I'm sorry. I'm glad. I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad. I am glad they took the belt from him. I'm glad. I'm glad. Not the way you glad. Like you so fucking happy. Oh, they stripped him. Yeah, they stripped him. Motherfucker, you can get it back. You can get it back if you want, man. They get it back. And the thing with Bob Arum, how is him and Top Rank and his status and his economic situation? And he's looking for somebody to make this fight happen. So you get something out of it, out of Crawford and Manny, because he's the only cash cow. Regardless of, it seems like everybody is trying to find the money to pay Pacquiao. Everybody trying to find that money to pay Pacquiao because he's worth a lot. But what are you going to get back in return when you give Manny Pacquiao his money? Is it going to be worth it? And this is the problem that's going on with Ryan Garcia, maybe with McGregor. I don't know. I know they're the same promotion on that side of that company or whatever, and they can make deals and shit like that. But if you got to make a fight, you got to make it out of the country, to Saudi Arabia, Dubai, or this way in the Middle East, anywhere out there, they're going to make that money, then fine. That's where it is. Fight Island is out there. People making fights on Fight Island. The United States can't pay for it, fine, or whatever. Or nobody here can deal with it or whatever. But whatever it's going to be, if it's going to be the fight in Dallas, it's going to be in Vegas, it's going to be wherever you want it to be, just as long as you got his money, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Manny Pacquiao's no ducker. He's not a ducker. And by the way, this is why I say shit don't add up. Shit don't add up, because I say this. After Danny and Spence fought, what did Manny Pacquiao say? Spence looked too slow. And what did Spence say? See, I'm not going to just take Manny's side. I'm not going to say what Spence said. Spence said, just make the fight. That's it. Just make the fight. Just make the fight. Just make the fight. Okay. But tell me this. Why can't you make that fight if you want the fight? Right now, you ain't sounding so much like you want to fight no more. It doesn't sound like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because you're going to make your own legacy. You're going to beat Ugas if that happens. Because that's who you're supposed to fight. I ain't trying to hear no other mandatory and shit like that. I ain't trying to hear no Abuda Duba Luba. And I ain't trying to hear no Sean Porter 2 right now. If you're going to fight for belts, make sure you fight Ugas. Make sure you fight Ugas. Then to me, if that's a pass to me, if you fight Ugas, that's all good to me. I won't say, well, you didn't fight. You did say you wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao ain't got no belt, so I can understand. You see, I got fucking reasoning. It's Saturday night. I like to smoke and have my little drink and my little cheesecake and shit like that. But like I said, I ain't get like this just overindulging and shit. It's a balance. It's fucking balance, yo. So, at the end of the day, I don't want to hear anything about Manny's ducking Spence and Crawford, because why? He doesn't have a belt. Who's ducking who? Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. If y'all don't fight or y'all can't get this shit together, and I was saying to myself, if Ugas gets beat by Errol Spence and he gets another belt, would that make that fight even really happen with Bud Crawford? Think of it too. They could be like, listen, I'm still worth a lot, and now the stakes, you're making the stakes higher now, where I'm not gonna even want to fight you over this money, because it's all about money, man. This is why we're not seeing Spence and Crawford fight. It's all about money. Same thing with the mandatory. It's all about money. So I don't like to talk about the money, but that's what it is. It's prize fighting. And it's going to always be that way. And different promotion companies. So listen. All I can say is, Crawford, if you get this fight with Bob Arum, everything's fucking dandy. Fine, that would be nice. Everybody break bread or whatever. If whoever decides to take that fight out the country, fine. But if you don't get it with Bob Arum, and come time October, when you have to resign, we're going to see who is the truth on that situation. Because if we resign, you're canceled. You're canceled out. If you resign with him, you cancel out. But if you get the fight with Bob Arum, Bob Arum makes that fight, fine. We got the fight. But come October and you got to resign or you don't resign, you could be a free agent, you could be with the PBC, you could do whatever you want. Then you could probably get that fight in October or whatever date that you made with Manny Pacquiao. Then I can understand you did it without Bob Arum. See, it's got fucking reasoning here, man. All right, I'm about to cancel your ass because I'm done.